and welcome to the PanelCast, everybody. I am your host, AJ, and joining me this week are two of my usual cohorts, also Forbidden Panel people, Mr. Joey and Mr. Justin. How are you guys doing today?
Good.
Great.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right, I suppose.
That
second podcast we put out this week, so you know.
That intro is pretty grand. Just wanted to say
What was that, Joey?
that intro is very grand. It's very so big. It's heavy. There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
A lot of anticipation. I hope that lives up to it.
Yeah. Well, are you excited? Are you ready for it?
I am ready for it. Wow.
Yeah, you ready to get it, Joey? Are you ready to get it?
Yeah.
In this episode, we're going to be discussing the premieres of both The Penguin on HBO and Agatha After All, which showed up on Disney+. But before we get into that, I wanted to bring up a couple questions that I had for the boys this week. First off, I wanted to do a review. As you have noticed, if you guys have been looking at the Forbidden Panel podcast or on the website lately or on any of our social medias, you see that I've had to do a lot of interviewings and whatnot this week, and I've had to pick up some new hardware. One of the new things I had to pick up was this new lapel mic. Now, I'm not trying to get any business here. I just want to explain to you how this is the stupidest design case in the world. First, the charging port is on the bottom. Second, these things charge from the bottom. They're supposed to be magnetic, right? You see them sliding in? No. When you're charging them and they lay on the side, the bottoms demagnetize and slide off, and then they don't charge. So the case will be charged at 100%, but your mics won't. They'll crap out of you. Like in the middle of beginning a podcast, like we had, 3 seconds ago with the guys. The case says it's charged 100%. Our microphones are not. You have to charge them separately. Stupid design.
I mean, who cares what the case is charged? Does it do anything if it's charged?
No.
Does it charge the mics?
No. I have to hold the mics like this if I want them to charge.
No. I mean, yeah.
They sound great when they're fully charged. If you want to take the chance that your mics are charged when you leave to go and record that day.
And how does it record? I don't want to get too technical, but do you go into a mixer? Do you go into an app that you're doing all the...
No, it just connects and takes over your audio feed. So you just connect that into your USB-C, and it takes over your audio.
And that's it? It's just a mic that that's it? You can't control like your levels or anything?
You can if you want to go into your sound recording levels and manually control them.
Yeah.
Your EQ and all that, but
yeah,
it doesn't matter if they're not charged.
If they're not charged, then yeah, exactly.
So beware. This one's called Neo Hero. I know I bought them generic off of Amazon. You get what you paid for.
That's one of those Chinese Amazon things.
And I understand that, but I'm just giving you guys a heads up. Like, if you're going to buy these, like, maybe spend the extra $2 for a better charging one.
It's kind of a good policy, actually.
Yeah.
I bought a bunch of. I've been guilty of buying a bunch of Xbox controllers, via Chinese companies on Amazon, and they all suck. They all die. They all get drift. They all get stick drift within, let's say 2 months.
Right. Yeah.
You get exactly what you buy.
You get what you pay for. You know what you're doing, but in a pinch, it's a good deal. When you need something tomorrow and you got $10-15, you know what I mean? Like, do it.
That's a good idea, too. Like, the whole lav mic thing is cool. But I feel like you need someone to set it up properly. Otherwise, it's going to, like people with beards, you get the sound gets like muffled through the beard, or then you have to move it up and it's too hot. I don't want.
Well, that's why I wear a lanyard, and I had the mic on my lanyard when we were talking earlier.
Still has to go up through your beard to your mouth. There's a whole lot of interference. Have you ever seen those fuzz balls they put on the end of like boom mics? You have a built-in one. It's clearly
Didn't we have a production company together? I mean,
Did we? We did.
So yeah, I saw a couple. I have experience going like this for a while.
Yeah. Anyway, it's one of those things. Like, lav mics are cool, but they're very every situation is different.
Yeah.
When you want somebody, it can't just be a one size fits. These aren't like they have an earbuds model basically, because I have earbuds just like that. It's a little thing.
Yeah.
Plug it in. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're just like that, just like the iPods.
Yeah.
But
Right,
anyway,
yeah.
You get what you pay for. So heads up, everybody. I mean, they work great in a controlled environment if they're charged.
Yeah.
And that's just the pain in the butt right now. So anyway, we had another bit of news. Joey didn't get to watch the ballerina trailer.
No, I didn't actually.
Head over to the SP website right now.
Did you guys watch the ballerina trailer? Both of you?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
I did because I posted it. I loved it. I think it's what La Femme Nikita wanted to be. And any of those movies, La Femme Nikita was that, but I think any of the wannabe movies that came out afterward, No Point of Return, stuff like that, or Point of No Return, whatever that was.
It wasn't terrible, but I get what you're saying.
The one with Charlize was great. But Blonde Assassin or something like that.
Yeah, I remember. I don't remember the name, but I know what you're talking about.
But this one looks, it's John Wick as a female, and it looks awesome, and I'm excited. So, it's the last film appearance of Lance Reddick.
Yeah, that's sad. Yeah. Is there gun ballerina, like, remember Equilibrium with the gun kata? Is there a gun ballerina spinning on a pirouette with the guns blazing?
You want me to give it all away?
No. I just want you to tell me how the trailer went so I don't have to watch it.
No, you have to watch the trailer.
Okay.
You too, Justin. What else were we going to talk about? There was something that you guys were upset about because it went going straight to DVD.
Hellboy.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to be upset about it.
No, I would just like to see it in the theater.
Yeah.
I'm not pissed. I'm still going to see it, but I wanted to see it in the theater. But
here's why it's not going to theater, because you can already download it. It was released in other countries already.
Right.
In September, so it's already on. I think it's already on Prime in some countries. So it's already online to download. So it's been downloaded illegally massive amounts of times already. Right. Now, people are already watching it and bashing it already. So that's why they're not taking it to the theater, because they don't think they're going to make any money in the theater.
Yeah, it's too bad though, because I would love to see a Hellboy movie in the theater. They always have cool monster fights.
I think they're gonna have it for them to work. It would work better in a Beverly Cinema, or something like that. It's got to be like in a niche place,
like an event. Make an event of it so all the nerds can go see it. Yeah.
Right, but have it like in a classic old school movie theater.
If it's good, it'll take a place like Prey, where Prey went straight to video, and then suddenly everyone loved it. If it's good, I'm withholding my judgment until I see it, obviously. But if it is, people will watch it, and they're going to demand it be in theaters in some capacity, and then it's going to show up in specialty theaters and what have you. I hope so, because I want to see all Hellboy on the big screen if I can.
I don't like the way that Hellboy looks in the film, but I do like the style and the feeling of the movie and the cinematography of it. So I'm anxious to see it, and I wanted to see it in the theater, like you said.
Yeah.
And it feels like we missed an opportunity for all of us to go as a group and see a movie,
Yeah.
And that's what I miss out on.
That graphic novel, The Crooked Man, that was cool. The story, that was cool. This is probably going to be fun. I would like to see it, as it was intended. But we'll see.
Yeah.
It may not even be worth watching. Who knows? But I hope not.
No, we could be grateful.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe we'll be glad. Maybe we'll be spared. I don't think so, though. I suspect that I'll I like that property so much that.
I think it's probably going to be cool enough to watch. It may not be great, but I have a feeling I'll enjoy it.
Totally, exactly.
Hey, Joey.
Yo,
Planning on seeing the Thunderbolts anytime soon?
you knew. No, I won't. Well, I probably will out of protest, but no. Hashtag not my Thunderbolts. Uh, I I'm one of those nerds who I read the original run of the Thunderbolts, and I ran it for quite a long time. Like I was a huge fan of that book, um, and the original concept being like classic Marvel villains that you like, but they were always B level and they always got their ass kicked, and then somehow they behind the scenes because of I mean, was it like the Thanos snap or something? There was some reason why the Avengers were gone, and then suddenly these con artist criminals they get to like take up being a superhero team, and they do it to try and like with a scheme, an evil scheme, Baron Zemo scheme, and then by the end of it they start to become the heroes that they're pretending to be, and that was a really cool story. And this is none of that. This is like the leftovers from every movie that has come out in phase 3 and 4, just sprinkled together, and let's hope that they work.
I had in a forum. There was a forum, and they showed the poster, and I was like, "How many ex and failed Captain Americas are they going to put in one movie?" I see 3 of them here, just in this poster.
Yeah, it's basically just like Marvel Suicide Squad. Pretty
It
much.
really is.
Yeah.
And it's not supposed to be that. Like Thunderbolts was it was melodramatic. The idea that the public could be fooled.
Well,
So,
that's because Baron Zemo's always over the top.
dude, and he's so good as the villain slash protagonist of that series when it goes like it's a run. It was so fun when they cast that dude who was Baron Zemo in I think it was in Civil War, the one that came after. That it was such a great casting, and in my mind, I just kept wishing, God, I hope they do Thunderbolts and he's the lead. God, I hope they do Thunderbolts and he's the lead.
And he's not. And now he's not even in it.
Not even in it.
That's what I thought. It was like, well, they have a Baron Zemo, and he's not even in it.
He's a great actor. He did it great. He would be perfect in that role. And they were like, nah, we just want the leftovers.
We need something for Julia Louis-Dreyfus to do.
I mean, I'm always willing to watch anything she's in. That don't get me started.
She was great in Veep.
She's great in
Just
everything.
saying.
She's great in everything. But not my Thunderbolts though. Like this isn't. They just got lazy. Why couldn't they just call it something else and save this? Save Thunderbolts for another time. And I even know like there are other more beloved Thunderbolt teams that came way after I quit. There's like the Venom team. There are many. This comic has gone through many iterations that the fans love, generally speaking, because it's kind of smart, it's kind of fun for us. Just a general Marvel comic, and they were just like, yeah, we don't care about any of that. We're just going to do our own thing, Then call it something else.
USA.
I know. I'm calm about this, really.
I'm mad at the missed opportunity. I thought it would be perfect, even though I'm angry at the way he came out. But in the She-Hulk show, they showed Scar. We finally saw Scar on TV. And sure, he looked like a tired Hawaiian boy, but I thought it would be a great opportunity to bring Scar into the Thunderbolts because that's what he was in there too. And I thought with the Deadpool Wolverine movie, one of the things they could have done was bring Dakin in somehow or mention him, and that way we could see him in the Thunderbolts at some point. Because I wanted to see them in the Thunderbolts because that time period was for me the Thunderbolts was after the Mutant Registration Act or whatever that was. It the I can never remember why they came. Oh, it was the Superhero Registration Act was why they came to power because
it was
way after Captain America died, and then
there was some reason the Avengers had been removed from Earth. They and I don't know if it was like the thing.
Onslaught, is it?
I don't know. I don't remember. I just remember that the Avengers were gone, and there was a void in the world of a superhero team.
I'm talking about the Harry Osborn team.
Oh yeah. That's later.
With Matt Gargan and Venom and all them too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But yes, I do love the other team that you discussed. Yes, but those are more. That team always reminded me of the Masters of Evil as opposed to.
That was the whole point.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know.
Yes. You're supposed to get that vibe. But then but it's a character arc, and that was what was cool. Like these were cheesy B villains that they had a scheme, they followed through with their scheme, and then they find themselves on the other side being the hero, and that was cool.
Well, these guys are all Marvel TV show actors.
Yeah.
Only one of them was in a movie.
It's all very
No,
low.
most of them are movie people.
Yeah, movie and TV series people, and it's all very low power level. They're all kind of the same character. They're all kind of just combat characters.
Yeah.
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 Like
Well,
opportunity, but I haven't watched the trailer out of protest. I won't lie.
somebody else was talking about that in the poster. They're like, Kevin Grivix. I follow him, and he was like, there's no power on this team. I was like, the Sentry's right there.
Sure, but we don't. Yeah,
but nobody got to see him in the trailer. He's Bob.
Yeah, we haven't
everywhere
done
else.
it yet. Yeah.
So I already know right now what the story's going to be. It's the Sentry and his other guy. What was his alter ego? The Void. I'm pretty sure that's what the story we're going to get. Because if they're going to introduce the Sentry, they're going to have to explain all of his personalities at some point.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see how it goes. We'll see. It is a trailer, a movie I'll watch all the trailers for. Because I don't mind at this point. Because they've already ruined, like you said, my Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
But I won't watch any more ballerina trailers.
No, it's probably best if it looks good. Stop, because they'll show too much.
Speaking of ballerina and that style of filmmaking, let's talk about the Penguin, Joey.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about the Penguin. Penguin is a spinoff series. Should I just give the intro? Let's talk about it. Penguin is a spinoff series on Max. It's a spinoff of the Matt Reeves and Robert Pattinson Batman that came out, the Batman that came out a couple years ago. And they take what was a side character and they kind of focus in on him and his rise. I imagine his rise to what we know him to become. I thought it was, for a first episode, that was pretty damn good. It was a little cheesy here and there, but man, Colin Farrell's transformation into the Penguin, his inhabiting that character is wild.
Dude, even knowing it's him, you don't recognize him. It's
Dude,
great.
it's like magic watching him inhabit that character.
When I initially texted you about watching this show, you provided me with hesitation.
I'm very
and you were even like anti. You didn't want to watch it. What are your thoughts about it now?
Well, because I have a lot of Batman fatigue, and I do feel like we just kind of rehash a lot of the Batman shit over and over again. And I liked the Batman. I liked that movie quite a bit, even with my fatigue. But I was like, do we really need a spinoff? Was his performance that good? He was a side character. And the answer is yeah. Man, he needs a lot more time as that character because it's cool. Matt Reeves, he did Mayor of Easttown as well, and that's another example of a character inhabiting some, like the main, what's her name?
Alicia Witt?
Kate Winslet. No, Kate Winslet in that show. She inhabits that character so well, and this is another case of that with Colin Farrell. It's a transformation. It's so damn good. I know we're going to see a lot of the same. The problem, the only thing I have a problem with is that I've seen the mob war that leads to the rise of the lunatics a few times. The Long Halloween's about that, and
right.
And I was a little bit worried, but I do want to watch more of Colin Farrell in that role, and I want to see where it goes.
And I hated feet before going into this show. I hate feet even more. I almost threw up.
Like our feet?
Like feet, like in general. I have like whatever a foot fetish is, I have the reverse of that.
You have the anti Tarantino.
Like, yeah, I hate Tarantino films because of that. Like, I can't stand him. I can't even. My wife. I've been married, almost 17 years with my wife. I never touched her feet unless she was wearing socks, and even then, I'm like, And so here comes Colin Farrell with his gnarled ass foot on camera,
Those effects were gross. I appreciate
and
how gross they
and
were.
that was. I mean, it's like in your face.
Oh, they focus on it for a while. He's like, oh, because you get home from work and you take your shoes off. We've all
Oh my
experienced
God.
it. And then you see what his feet look like, and you're like, oh no, put that back under something. I know you're alone, but no.
Did you guys watch IT Crowd?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Remember there was that episode where she bought those shoes that were killing her feet?
Yeah.
Her toes are all mangled.
That's right.
I fully expect like the translator to like lean in and blah blah blah. That's like one of my favorite episodes. Yeah, but I can't do no, man. But that episode, I think the trick with that show, and they're gonna show us that, is that you can't think about Batman at all.
No, he's not going to be in it. They've already confirmed.
And no, he's showing up at the last episode.
He's not. He's not going to show up. Don't get your hopes up. I swear to you, I've heard
It's not going to be Batman. It's that cameo.
We'll see. Batman will not be in it.
But anyway,
spoiler alert, kids.
I don't even remember what I was going to say. Thanks a lot,
Sorry.
But I thought it was a great show. I'm anxious to watch it. Colin Farrell is not Colin Farrell in that movie. And I've said it once and I've said it before. Any movie where the actor looks like shit intentionally is going to be a good movie because that means all the actor cares about is acting.
Yeah.
It's not just that. It's not that like he like becomes something else. Like
he is something else, man.
Wow. Man, it's impressive to watch.
Even when he's in the sorry guys, spoilers. Minor. When he's naked and they're sitting there in that scene and he's like, oh my God, dude, like that wasn't Colin Farrell in a fat suit. That was fucking Oswald Copperpot there, dude.
Although they all right, I don't want to interrupt you, but I do have to say this. They chicken shitted out by not calling him Oswald Cobblepot. He's
right.
Oz Cobb, such a chicken move. But whatever. That might be my only complaint about it.
But at the same time, that's their way, along with the foot thing. That's their way of bringing it back to reality to show that there's no, because Matt released a statement earlier this week saying there's no going to be any fantasy elements to the show.
Yeah, I read that as well.
Which means that we're not going to get any of those. Everything is going to be bound in reality some way.
Right. We won't get Killer Croc and we won't get the Mad Hatter. I don't know. That's kind of
we might get Croc, but it might be more of like a disease or something,
Yeah, we'll see. I like this. We've done dark and gritty before and realistic before. Like this is a lane that Batman has had in the past, and
well, I think when they get around to doing them in the James Gunn universe, it's going to be more like a comic book Batman. I think that's why they're trying to steer this route. Is
right.
I mean, because James Gunn is having crypto, in the Superman movie, so it's good. James Gunn stuff is going to be full bore comic book, fantasy stuff. So,
plus they're also trying to make up for the fact that they canceled Gotham PD, which was supposed to be a good series on HBO that was going to be run like The Wire.
So it would be like Gotham, but serious.
Right.
Wouldn't watch it.
I would. I love the Gotham PD.
So much better. Gotham was amazing, and we don't need another series. We don't need.
I like the comic book Gotham PD, where it's just serious and occasionally it was like Powers, and that's what I liked about it. But so we'll all continue watching it. So we'll review the series at the end of the season.
Yeah, I'll watch more of it. They've caught my attention.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So then,
did you guys all watch Agatha?
The first, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, we watched it. The first 2 episodes. I dug it. Um, uh, I think it's got room. It was good for first 2 episodes. I think it's got room to grow, and hopefully it does. But it had some cool spooky vibes, and thought the cast was cool. It had some good humor, and yeah, so far so good. I think I'm looking forward to more Aubrey Plaza, but I could say that with anything she's in. So that, and but no, I'm
Are you gonna rush to the theater to watch My Old Ass this weekend?
no, that's something I can definitely wait for it to be streaming. It's nothing I need to run to the theater for.
You're gonna watch her old ass streaming?
No, I saw her, the show. That movie actually sounds pretty funny. Saw her in an interview.
I paid attention to the trailer today, and I was like, "Oh man, that's actually seems funny."
Yeah, she had an interview on the Daily Show this week she was talking about it. It sounds pretty funny. But no, Agatha was cool. And speaking of Mayor of Easttown, they had that whole the whole first part of the first episode that was super cool.
That intro was great.
That they did a really good job with that, and
for sure.
No, I like it. I thought the guy playing Teen, I thought he was going to be really annoying, but he ended up being pretty funny, and having a bigger part than I thought he was. But I thought he was pretty funny. And no,
which one's that? Is that Wiccan?
He's the sidekick, the kid sidekick that she refers.
Yeah, Wiccan. Yeah.
Maybe we don't know for sure. It's
it's been spoiled as Wiccan. That's Wiccan.
Well, but in the show so far, he has a different name.
Well, in the show so far, he doesn't have a name at all.
Yeah, it's
just Kid or something like that.
Yeah.
But,
sorry, spoilers.
I mean, I guess we always spoil stuff. I didn't appreciate that they secretly mined my spank bank so hard for this show. I didn't appreciate it,
I appreciate that I'm not the one that is inappropriate in this episode. Finally,
I thought it was fun.
Joey, continue with your spank bank story.
I'm not going any further than that, except to say that I was like, wow, I thought about this.
Can you elaborate on the specific scene that you are?
No. There was lots of.
Was it Aubrey Plaza as a? Aubrey Plaza as an FBI agent with the shoulder holster? Was that it? That was pretty.
The first half of that first episode, I was like, man, is this my porno history? What is going on here? No, but it was fun, and I did appreciate.
It was her naked outside talking to the guy by the fence, huh?
That was fun, but I mean, leading up to it, we can leave my proclivities alone. As she comes out of the Mayor of Easttown, she sheds all the different versions. Like that was very cool. I thought the first episode was a lot stronger than the second episode.
Yeah,
really. I thought the second episode was a lot better than the first one, but I'm a big musical fan. So I went into the first episode and immediately I thought, oh, they're trying this shit again. Like the same stuff they were pulling from before. Yeah. And so I immediately was like, okay, here we go. Yeah, it's kind of like a serious version of Resident Alien or True Detective, what have you. Okay, cool. I'm down for this part of the story. Where's it gonna? But I knew at some point in time it was all going to be bullshit, and that she was going to shed that, and we're going to get to the real show. It was just a matter of how much time they were going to waste to get me there. So I appreciated that part, but I already knew it was bullshit. You know what I mean?
Well, we all did because Wanda put her in a spell at the end of
right, and so I knew. So I was just waiting for the other shoe to drop, And then the second episode came in, and it came in strong, and then they started singing that song, and I got wrapped in. I was like, I thought I was singing that song all week. Every time I was singing it, down. I thought it was great. I thought they did a great job with the song, and having Eric's mom show up was great.
True.
Yeah,
I appreciate.
I thought it had it had some cool like spooky stuff, like the I thought the Salem 7 were cool. And they had some fun. It was, it's funny. And so I thought it was pretty well rounded. We'll see, if they pull it off, but, they've got a ways to go. So hopefully they don't screw it up. But
I hear last night's episode was pretty harsh.
cool.
Like we lost the character of the show.
I mean, I don't care about any of them except for maybe Agatha at this point. So we could afford to lose a couple. I thought that the end was, we're going down the road. We're going down the witch's road. It's like, what? Going down the witch's road? What does that even mean?
At least it's not the yellow brick road.
Well, I haven't read it, but it is in the comics. So, but I don't
really? See, I haven't read the source material on this at all.
Yeah. That's why I come up short when it's dealing with any of the witchcraft stuff. I know.
Yeah,
other voodoo.
I just know because I watched a breakdown about it, and they were talking about. They showed some of the comic from it. Apparently, Wanda went down it with like the ghost of Agatha guiding her or something. I mean, it's completely different in the comic, but it is a thing that exists in the comic.
Who in the comics? Who is I thought Agatha was like the spectral being that was always the sidekick, or wasn't she like older with gray hair?
Yeah, she was much older. Yeah, she was like
almost like a madam
being like Franklin Richards' like nanny.
Yeah,
it turns out she was a witch and stuff. Yeah. She's completely different. All the witches in the show are comic book characters, but pretty much in name only. They're all different from the show, but they are all technically characters from the comics.
Interesting. All right. I think it's not a bad start.
Yeah.
I hope they do well. I'm trying to keep an open mind.
Yeah.
Did it help any that they had the 2-episode premiere, or would you have been happy with just the first episode, waiting another week to catch the second episode?
I like the 2-episode premiere.
Yeah, I like anticipation. I don't want everything all at once, but having the 2 up front is cool. It sort of lets me get the tone.
It's like having like a pilot movie kind of.
Yeah, totally.
And then the rest of the series starts. So I don't want any more than 2. Like Rings of Power did 3, and like that was too much. And but
we'll talk about that next time.
Huh?
We'll have to talk about that next time.
Rings of Power.
Yeah, I'm not ready to talk about it yet.
No, I'm only a few episodes in.
I've never watched it.
So far, I like this season better than the first one. But
what season is it on?
Second.
Is it any good?
I don't know. First season had stuff I liked and stuff I didn't. And this season so far seems to be better. But like I said, I'm only a few episodes in. So
same. I can't make a judgment yet.
Yeah.
The last one I liked? The last season was one of those things where I watched it, I finished, and I liked it a fair amount. And then the more time that went on, the more I thought about it, the less I liked it.
Yeah. See, the thing with me is because you know how there's like, I guess maybe like 4 different like stories going on. We're following 4 different sets of characters, or maybe 5. There's like 2 or 3 sets that I like, and then like 2 that are just boring and annoy me. So it's kind of like roller coastery for me. But
when it finishes, we'll talk about it. We should talk about it.
Yeah.
What about the Game of Thrones show? I've been curious about that one as well.
Oh, I liked House of Dragon a lot. I thought it was really good. Season 2
is it over?
Really
yeah.
Season 2, yeah. No, I liked season 1, but I really liked season 2. I thought it was great. Like they had Damon at Harrenhal, and you know how Harrenhal's supposed to be haunted and everything, and they did a really good job like fucking with Damon. It was really, really cool and creepy, and it was pretty good. But yeah, I liked the second season a lot. Had an amazing dragon fight, three dragon fight. It was really, really cool.
Yeah. I'll watch it for the dragon fights.
I mean, just that episode is called Rook's Rest. It's a great episode, and that fight is really, really fucking cool.
Awesome.
Cool.
Want to catch everybody else up real quick. I saw Transformers 1. I don't know if any of you guys were interested in that, but I loved it. I thought it was awesome. Obviously.
Right.
It was not Transformers, the movie, the first one, but it was good nonetheless.
Nothing is.
I saw the TV Glow finally.
I've been meaning to watch that, but I have not.
Oh,
Don't
I forgot all
spoil
about that.
Yeah, don't bother.
it. I've heard good things. No?
They lied to you. They lied to you.
Okay. Yeah,
In my opinion, I'm one of those people that like I'm tired of horror movies being misidentified. Like, this isn't a horror movie. This is more sci-fi-ish. But it was labeled as a horror movie. It's supposed to be like the greatest horror movie of the year. There's nothing scary about it.
I've heard it's good, but not the greatest of the year.
It's nothing scary about it. Like, there's other movies out here, like that one that just came out, The Watchers. That wasn't a horror movie either. That was a thriller, more paganistic storyline than anything. These movies that
horror makes money though. Horror makes money though, and they
it may make money, but it's not a horror movie. At no point in time are you on the edge of your seat. Are you scared?
No,
just because there's an alien or a monster in it doesn't make it a horror movie.
No, but they market it as such because it makes those movies do make money. It doesn't take much budget.
I understand the marketing perspective. I'm just saying that I, as a horror fan, am tired of getting lied to.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, they do pull shell games on you these days with movies. Yeah,
right. Half the time you're like, I'm not scared at all. What is this?
Well,
Well,
I'm still curious. I've been meaning to watch it, but
it was an okay movie, but it just seemed redundant. And again, there's nothing scary about it. It's not a horror movie at all. Like, at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you did see a lot of talk about it on the horror boards. I'm gonna lie.
Was it the Ninth Gate where like Johnny Depp just gives up and walks into the doorway and accepts his fate?
Great film.
Right? Yeah, that's this one. And so,
I mean, I like that movie a lot. I rewatched The Ninth Gate probably every like 2 or 3 years. I like good book horror. It's good book.
Well, I'm not saying that. I'm just comparing it to that one scene. Where you just fuck it, just walk in.
Sometimes in the face of cosmic horror, all you can say is fuck it.
All you can do,
right? So yeah. Anyway, that's my editor's commentary for the episode. Like, I'm tired of people mislabeling movies. Like,
it wasn't mislabeled. Did you see that poster and the teaser for Nosferatu? That was not mislabeled. That was glorious.
I didn't see. I saw the trailer. The trailer looks amazing.
Yeah. There's a new poster out for it too, and they are both
great.
So good.
Yeah, coming out Christmas Day, dude.
Huh?
Wait,
coming out Christmas Day.
Yeah, that's gonna be my Christmas present. He's gonna go see.
Yeah, that looks
okay. Cool. Okay, hold on. To the audience, if you would like to come and see Nosferatu with us, let us know. I will make it a point on Christmas Day for the three of us to hang out and go see a damn movie together.
I can't go see that Christmas Day. There's no way I'm getting out of Christmas.
Yeah,
bring them.
Yeah, right.
Bring them all. It'll be a great time.
It's a family film. It's a silent film anyway. They're not going to be able to hear anything.
Silent.
I did watch Rebel Ridge. Have you guys watched that yet?
No, but I see it everywhere on the TikToks.
It's the guy that did Green Room.
Oh,
yeah, it was pretty good.
Okay.
It's like,
I didn't know it was the guy that did Green Room.
Yes, and it's kind of like First Blood mixed with like Michael Clayton. It's got some like law drama along with like a First Blood type thing going on, and
yeah, it looked like a Rambo thing.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I
Is it
liked
a show? A whole show?
No, it was a movie. It's on
Netflix.
Netflix.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right.
It's about because the guy that did Green Room, he's like an old punk rocker dude, and
Yeah.
he was reading an article about a
Would
thing
you
called-
consider Green Room a horror movie?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's
Really?
I think it's a siege horror movie.
I think it's suspenseful.
Yeah, I was thinking more of like of a thriller, but
Yeah, suspenseful thriller, but it's not.
There's a high gore level. I kind
Yeah.
of
That doesn't make it a horror, though. Is it? What makes it horror for you? Let's say. Sorry, Justin. I don't mean to interrupt what you're saying.
I feel like a siege movie. It's like a monster siege movie, but the monsters aren't monsters; they're people. But I feel like that doesn't make any difference. It doesn't have to be a supernatural thing in order for it to be, to be a monster siege movie.
I think like Hellraiser is a horror movie. It's just designed to scare the shit out of you. And
It's about the themes. I do feel like thrillers are one thing, but when you start getting down and gory, you get extra violent. I feel like that starts to drive it into the horror realm. Like that, you're moving it when there's the Venn diagram, and there is a Venn diagram of thriller. I think we've talked about this. Thriller and horror. You're moving very close to the other edge, to where you're in the bleed territory, in my opinion.
well, then that'll be a topic we bring up on the next episode. Justin, you were saying something before I interrupted you.
So I wish I could remember the guy's name, but the director, he was reading an article about a thing called civil forfeiture, where there's a law where when cops pull someone over and they have a large amount of money or a suspicious vehicle or something, they can just take it, and you have to go to court, get it back, and everything. So this is so that pissed him off. So he wanted to make a movie about that. So this is what the base of this movie is. It's a small like podunk town, and this guy is trying to get this money. He sold his share in his restaurant to raise money for his cousin's bail, because his cousin got picked up on some like BS like minor possession drug charge. But the thing is, when he was younger, his cousin had turned state evidence against this gang member, and so if he gets into prison, they're going to kill him. So he's trying to get anyway. So he gets pulled over and harassed, and the cops find this money and take it. So that's what sets up this whole movie. And Don Johnson is the chief of police in it. And the main guy, he's really good. He's like a newer guy. He's been in a couple little things. I can't remember what right now, but he's basically like a nobody, but he's really good. And
that was one of the reasons why I didn't want to watch it, because I was like, Don Johnson and a nobody it sounds, kind of generic in-house type film.
Yeah.
I don't normally go for those, but I've seen them around a lot on TikTok.
Yeah, it turns out this guy was like a martial arts instructor for the Marine Corps and stuff. And so, stuff goes in there. But on the other side of that, he's got this.
He was American Ninja.
He's got this girl trying to help him, and she's like she's in school studying to be a lawyer. So it's got they're doing all the law stuff on the side. So it's not just like a First Blood type thing. They got like doing all this law stuff on the side. So it's kind of like a legal thriller along with it, and it was really good. But yeah.
Okay.
It's cool.
Did you see the trailer for Moana 2?
Yeah.
Did Athena see it?
I was just saying,
Yeah, she's kind of done with that, so she didn't really care.
Does anybody care?
No. I mean, talk about things that were meant to go straight to video. I mean, come on.
Yeah. In the old days, that would go straight to VHS.
100%.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, all of the Land of the Losts did after the first one.
Oh, the Land Before Time.
Land Before Time.
Land Before Time, yeah.
Of them. You could build a house out of all the clamshell
All those clamshells.
VHS cut cases.
Yeah. I mean, there was like, I think 2 Little Mermaid sequels that went straight to video.
There's a lot of sequels out there that went straight to video.
Yeah.
The Crab had his own adventure in one of them. Like they had their own thing.
Sebastian had a TV show, I think. Like,
Man.
Yeah, that should totally be a straight to. And like when they make a good movie like Maya and the Last Dragon, they put that straight to Disney Plus, and that was a really good movie. But this crappy sequel, they're gonna shove it out into the theater. It's like, whatever.
Teenagers everywhere are pissed. This ain't my Moana.
Right. Hashtag not my Moana.
There was a minute there when the trailer came on, and I thought, maybe if some of the kids I know, my nieces or whatever, and then I thought, well, they're all kind of older now.
Yeah.
And then Moana says in the trailer, she's like, well, it's only been 3 days. And I'm like, how is all this in 3 days? The timeline doesn't even make... I'm out.
Yikes.
I was judging it like I was going to go in like I was a fan. like it was Transformers or something.
Right.
It's all because Peyton Parrish released their version of that song, the Moana song.
Oh, I don't know.
Don't know anything about that.
That's what I've been listening to in my head. Anyway, I think that's going to be about it for us today. Anybody else have anything they want to talk about or bring up?
No, I don't think so.
Any anger issues you want to address, Joey? About any other trailers or anything?
Absolutely. No.
Have been bothering you?
No other trailers have been bothering me.
All right.
I can talk about.
All right. All right, everybody. Then we will catch everyone on the next episode of the PanelCast. Thank you for tuning in to episode 232. And we'll, we'll see you guys next time, I guess. If you show up. Thank you guys for joining me. And thanks, everyone from Forbidden Panel for being here. You're contractually obliged to do it. All right.
All right. Good night, guys.
Right.
How you doing, folks? Richard from Chaos Collectibles here, showing you some of the wrestling figures we have to offer, just a minute section of it. We offer pretty much everything, vintage to modern toys, DC, Marvel, Power Rangers, G.I. Joe. Anything that we have in stock or have the ability to get for you, if you're looking for it, you can reach out to us on any form of social media. If we don't have it in stock or have the ability to get to it, I can usually find someone that can lead you in the right direction. You can also follow us on our podcast at KS Customs on YouTube and Spotify. We'll teach you how to make custom action figures of your own, how to paint and assemble different figures. So anything you're looking for. Also, we offer video games, video game console, as well as some console repairs. So if you want to reach out to us, you can reach us through any form of social media. That's KS Collectibles. Collectibles also spelled with a K. I'd like to thank AJ from Forbidden Panel. Follow forbiddenpanel.com. I happen to appear on their website all the time and their PanelCast. So join us for all the fun coming from them too. Appreciate you guys.